Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time.
Obi-Wan Kenobi didn't seem like a broken man at the point that we meet him in 1977 in A New Hope. He seems guarded, hidden, even trying to forget the past, but not broken. It just seems like a chance encounter between him and Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker knowing of Ben Kenobi, but not really knowing him personally. At least that's the impression we get back then. Now, we get a whole new impression of what Obi-Wan Kenobi was going through during this time. And by now, I mean right now, in 2022. Even back in 2005, during Revenge of the Sith, we didn't get the feeling that Obi-Wan Kenobi was broken. We got a feeling that he was hopeful as he dropped off Luke to Owen and Beru Lars. Yes, he had lost his former Padawan, Anakin Skywalker, to the dark side, becoming Darth Vader, and that was a crushing blow to him. But at the same time, the feeling we get from that movie was that Obi-Wan Kenobi's days of adventure were over, and he was just ready to live out the rest of his life in hiding in Tatooine, until that chance encounter with Luke Skywalker, and then he kind of nonchalantly asked Luke, "Hey, you want to learn the ways of the Force like your dad?" With the Obi-Wan Kenobi series starting in just 9 days' time, on May 27th, we're going to see a whole new aspect of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Gerald, and I'm a Star Wars fanatic, and you can be a Star Wars fanatic too. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications. Subscribing is absolutely free. We may not agree on every topic that I talk about, but we do agree on one thing. We love Star Wars. Okay, with that said, let's get on with today's topic. This Obi-Wan Kenobi series, coming out May 27th of this year, has the potential to be the most gut-wrenching of all Star Wars stories. The one that's going to punch you in the heart. The one that's going to rip the tears from your eyes. And I do mean that of all the Star Wars stories, from all the Skywalker saga, the Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian, the Clone Wars, the Bad Batch, Solo, Rogue One, name it. This one has the potential to beat all of them out, in the fact that you're going to need a couple boxes of tissues. Probably. And it's amazing that this series is even happening, because if you read the Vanity Fair article the other day, then you would know that Ewan McGregor almost didn't even take the job for The Phantom Menace. He wanted to be a British indie film star, which is awesome, and he did a great job in Train Spotting and doing that kind of thing. And sure, George Lucas would have continued to make The Phantom Menace even without Ewan McGregor, but how many of us can picture Obi-Wan Kenobi without Ewan McGregor portraying him? I'd venture to say most of you can't. But then, after he was recruited for the movie, The Phantom Menace got such bad reviews and such hate, and the fandom just went crazy and saying, "Oh, you ruined my childhood," even back then, that Ewan McGregor considered not doing anymore, but he knew he had 2 more films to do, and he continued to do them, even though each film got hate, and he got hate for it. He never wanted to step foot in Star Wars again. He wanted to be done with it. But then something shifted. The generation of that time that was born into the prequel era started loving the movies, started loving Ewan McGregor. Now, I, being an old man, I loved Ewan McGregor from the beginning. I thought he was the shining star of the prequel trilogy. And now, Star Wars is back. And so is Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, the once hopeful Jedi Master, Padawan to Qui-Gon Jinn, the once defender of the Republic and the Jedi Order, following its rules to the T, to the point where it even hurt his own emotions inside with his love interest with Satine Kryze to follow the Jedi Order. He sacrificed, he gave himself up for that, and he gave himself entirely to his student, Anakin Skywalker. He gave himself to protecting Anakin, even going as far as to help Anakin hide his love for Padme, without Anakin even understanding that Obi-Wan Kenobi knew about it and understood his feelings about it. Anakin Skywalker, in return, treated Obi-Wan Kenobi much like the youth of our own children treat us. They don't think about the consequences for those around them when they make rash decisions. And it would be the same kind of betrayal if one of your children came at you and tried to kill you. But even at the time of Revenge of the Sith, we felt like, okay, yeah, sure, he loved Anakin. And that was a heartbreaking moment when he had cut off Anakin's limbs and Obi-Wan was visibly crying, saying, "I loved you," and Anakin just says, "I hate you." We felt all that, and we felt when Obi-Wan was watching as Padme died after she gave birth, and we felt his heartbreak for that. But then after it was over, once he was on Tatooine, handing young Luke over to Owen and Beru Lars, we felt like, okay, this is going to be a new chapter. Obi-Wan Kenobi's ready to move on. We know what happens in A New Hope when he meets Luke Skywalker by chance. And when an Obi-Wan Kenobi series was announced, we thought, okay, well, what's he going to do? We know he's been hiding on Tatooine for 19 years. I mean, are we going to see him just handle Tusken disputes or moisture farm disputes and just live out as a hermit? How exciting can that be? But no, we get the trailer for this show, and it's mind-blowing. This looks cinematic. This doesn't look like a television series at all. It looks like mini movies in every episode. So far, from what we can tell, yes, I'm being optimistic because I think it looks amazing. Now, you're entitled to your opinions, and if you think the new Kenobi series is just going to be Disney woke garbage, then so be it. You're not going to be pleased with the series, and maybe you shouldn't watch it. I don't know. That's up to you, really. I'm not going to tell you how to form your opinion, but this series is going to show a much different Obi-Wan Kenobi than what we perceived in A New Hope, and even at the end of Revenge of the Sith. We're going to see a broken man. Ewan McGregor has stated that. Deborah Chow, the director and showrunner, has stated that. We're seeing a broken man trying to make his way on Tatooine. So let's think about that for a moment. A broken man. What does that mean? Well, what does Obi-Wan Kenobi have to live for? Really only one thing. If he's watching over Luke, being his guardian and waiting for the right time to train Luke, then that is the only thing he has to live for. He has no family. His brother turned on him and turned to the dark side. That was a crushing blow, tearing the man down. He lost everything with the Republic and with the Jedi Order. Everything he loved and knew and was brought up into and raised in was destroyed and brought down. And everything he tried to raise up in that same environment turned on him and was destroyed. Now we can say Obi-Wan Kenobi helped bring down the destruction, or bring out the destruction of the Jedi Order and the New Republic by being so nonchalant and passive in his views of the Jedi Order itself, in its corruption and its lack of insight into what was going on. But no, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a great master. He was a great Padawan. He followed the Order and its teachings and the Jedi Code to the T. And not because he wanted power, recognition, or fame like his Padawan Anakin Skywalker, but because it was for the greater good of the galaxy, the greater good of the Republic, the greater good of the Jedi Order. He wasn't doing these things out of selfish reasons. He was there to serve, to be a guardian of peace and justice. And all of that he strived for, his humbleness, his servitude to the Jedi Order and the Republic, crashed down with Order 66. It all came tumbling on his head. So that is why we're going to see a broken man. Now his Padawan is hunting him. His former student is tracking him down, trying to kill him. Didn't get to finish the job on Mustafar, so now he wants to find him and end it. Darth Vader wants to end Obi-Wan Kenobi, even though Obi-Wan Kenobi's latter part of his life was spent serving Anakin Skywalker, the Republic, and the Jedi Order. When it was first announced, I wasn't real excited for the series. Yes, I was excited for more Star Wars content, but I wasn't really excited about this story. Much like I wasn't really excited for Solo, but I still enjoyed the movie. But now, I'm probably more hyped about this than anything else coming out, other than The Mandalorian. But this is Gerald from Star Wars Fanatic, signing off, wishing you all great health and happiness. Thank you for watching, and remember, this is the way, the only way.